Okay, so here we are again, video number 4. I showed you the table before, but I want to go into a little bit more depth with the table because you might find the table to be more useful. And that if you go to the How to Use the Student Site Wiki, let me take you there for a second so that you can see. Um, so the Student Site Wiki, this is where you'll find tutorials on how to use the wiki. And so what I did is I created a table in which it had 2 columns and 4 rows so that I could put some content or some text in one side and then upload the video on the other side. So using your tables can be pretty useful and helpful and help organizing your wiki. So let's go to the classroom page and let's edit. And let's go down. Sometimes it's difficult to get the cursor where you want it to go, and that sometimes can be difficult and frustrating. It's not really where I want that. And I'm going to keep clicking, and eventually, there we go. So if I want to add a table, just to show you, so you go to the table and you can add, let's just say 2 columns and 3 rows. And it starts off small. And then as you add stuff, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. You can return it and add more. Again, you can change the color and the font. You can add pictures and diagrams into your table. So I can go again to File. I can pick a picture that I've already downloaded. I can click on that image and drag it to make it smaller. I can add a caption. And then I can go and add more information to another side. So now I've got a table in here. I think I have a table within a table. Edit. So I can click on this table, if I can find the table right down here. I can click on this table, and so again, you've got this little table icon. So I left clicked on that, and I can change the cell. I can merge it. I can make headers. There's a lot of different things that you can do. I can add a row. I can add columns. I can delete the whole entire table if I want to. So there's a lot of different things that you can do. So what I just did was removed everything that I had ever put on there. But don't forget, I can always go back and undo and keep undoing. And if all comes to worse, I can always cancel because I never saved it. So everything's back. And I can go back to the history if I needed to and revert back to an older version if I needed to, if something, really weird happened. So again, I can click on this table. I can find the end of the table. Oh, have to hit edit again. Keep forgetting to hit edit. There's the table, and I can remove this table, and I can remove everything from the table. So again, if I wanted to insert a table with 3 columns, there it is. I can type in stuff. I can link something. I don't want to link something. I can add a file picture if I wanted to. I can make that smaller. I could center it more in the middle. Of course, you can't really see that because my table is not very big. And then I can click and add some more. It'll automatically get bigger. If I want to move it over. And then I can click, for an example, let's say I didn't realize I needed another row. Maybe I wanted to add a title. So I could highlight up here and click on row, and I could add a row. So I can add a row above or below, and it shows you in green where it's going to go. And I could say, oh, I want to add maybe a header, or I can make a header. So you have to play around with this. I can add above. So I just added a row there. I can highlight those two. See if I can highlight those two. Whoops. Doesn't want to highlight that. I can merge the row. So I can, I can remove a row. I can add a row above or below. I can remove a row. I can take those two and I can make that a header, however that works. So there's different ways. You just got to play with it. There's my merge. I can merge this cell to the left if I wanted to, and that makes it all one big cell instead of two cells. It made it all one big cell. So that's how you can kind of play around with the table button. Again, there's lots of different things that you can do. You can merge the cells together. You can align them. You can add a row above or below. You can add a column above or below, make headers. And you can, of course, remove your table. So there's lots of different things you can do. And I just wanted to show you a little bit more information about the table. Okay. Hopefully that'll be it and give you enough information, and then you can play around with the help button if you need it. Have a good day.